सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्ततामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Verse number 22. यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं ततः यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते। Why should I at all do any meditation? One may ask. Why do you sleep? I sleep because I'm tired. I sleep because I want to be fresh next morning to do whatever I want to do. My body requires a rest. All these things we say. And that's why all of us religiously, without fail, sleep if we have not slept because of Dandiya and Ras, etc. previous night in the Vedanta class. Quietly in one corner you sleep. Sleep is unavoidable for the body to take rest, and it refreshes your psyche also. In the same way, there is this presence of higher nature of ourselves, soul, which is presently occupied, preoccupied through the mind, constantly in various entanglements. Not only what it experiences right now, but also purvakritam karma, the results of past actions, because of which alone, which is called vasanas, because of which alone we tend to behave and react in certain ways. To release oneself from that such entanglement, bondage, and then only the inner self, called the soul, finds restful. And when we thus understand the need for that, understand the need to release this soul from its own entanglements, there should be recognition of its independent nature. We have to recognize its joyful nature. We have to recognize its peaceful nature. Therefore, in meditation, you are going home. That's why Gurudev used to say, Hari home. Not Hari home. Hari home. That's your true home. It's like home, sweet home. When you go home, within quotes, you're supposed to be peaceful. Right? So in the same way, but this one is of the nature of peace. So I am settling down into myself. Atmaneva Atmani Sthitaha. Atmana eva Atmani Sthitaha. Atmani eva Atmana Sthitaha. We have seen this before also. And the joy that is there is not a borrowed joy. Yam labdva cha aparam labam na adhikam manyate tataha yasmin sthitaha na dukkhena guruna dukkhena abhi na vichalyate. He is not such a person who is affected by even the heaviest sorrows. The greatest sorrow is of one's own end of one's own body, end of one's own existence, or the loss of near and dear ones. Even those kinds of sorrows would not really affect him because he has gained the awareness of his nature, which is far beyond our relationships. For our relationships are only bound to the body. With respect to the body alone, I have friends and mother and father and brother and sister and son and daughter and all sort of these. They are called relatives. Why? Because they are relative. They are not absolutes. That's why they are relative. So my absolute nature, Paramartha Tattva, when I know, Vyavaharika Satta, transactional reality will become transactional only, relative only. It will not be taken too seriously. This does not mean such a person will lack any kind of emotion or anything. He will definitely have most refined emotion without any profit seeking, without expecting anything in return. It is more of giving than of taking. So therefore, recognition of my higher nature is essential for me to have a right relationship with the world also. But also not affected by the ups and downs of the world, which constantly happens. So having gained which joy, yam labdva cha aparam labam, another any kind of joy, na adhikam manyate, he never considers this greater than this. Yasmin sthitaha, having stayed which, in which condition, na guruna dukkhena vichalyate, he is not affected by even the heaviest sorrow. Continuing, he says, tam vidya dukkha samyoga Viyogam yoga samjitam Sanischayena yoktavyaha Yogo nirvinna chetasa Tam vidya dukkha samyoga Viyogam yoga sanjitam Sanischayena yoktavyo yogo nirvinna chetasa. In performing or in practicing meditation, not performing, in practicing meditation, one should have a nirvinna chetas. A nirvinna chetas, as it is translated here, undespairing. You know, unlike you go to a temple or any place of worship and only for complaints, most of the time, Bhagavan, aisa nahi karna chahita. You should not have done this way. And you should not have given this person as my spouse. I should not have come to this country at all. I should not have taken this profession. You should have given me male body instead of female body. All sort of things. So we constantly complain. Despair, dejected, unhappy. Here Krishna cautions, don't sit for meditation with an unhappy mind. Nirvinna chetas, meaning despondent, despaired mind. Nirvinna chetas. Anirvinna, not a despairing mind, not complaining mind. So meditation is not for settling down some local and domestic problems. It is, like as I said, it is going back to your own higher nature, which is free of all these things, It is like when you go for a vacation, you want to get out of whatever is otherwise making you so busy. That is, vacation means you vacate. Your mind should be in vacated mode. Mind should not have a preoccupation. So, anirvinna chetasa yoktavyaha, yogaha yoktavyaha. One should engage, yuj, to unite. Unite the mind to the higher self in that meditation, yoga. Anirvinna chetasa, with mind not in despair. Swamiji, when is the time mind is not in despair? All the time. Whether it is at home or at work or any other place. Only place when I am not complaining is when I am with the spiritual friends who are all in high spirits. That's why I often go for the higher spirits every Saturday night or Friday night. And I'm not talking about that. So, it is, mind should be free of that. See, in the beginning stages you will find, as even you sit down for meditation, again the usual habit of complaining, crying over. Slowly it will release itself from there. Because the whole intention of this yoga is dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sanyitam. Definition of yoga Krishna gives here. Meditation is disassociation from sources of sorrow. Because dukkha samyogam, the very word means association with sorrow. Tasmat viyogam. From that come out. Dukkha sanyoga viyogam. That is sanyitam yoga. That is what is defined as yoga. It's interesting. Disunion from sorrow is union. Disassociation from sorrow is yoga. That's a kind of a new definition he has given. Usually yoga, when you say, it is union. But he says it is disunion. Disassociation from sorrow. In other words, look at what are the things that can cause our sorrow. Obviously, what we experience through the body, perceive through the body, that can give us sorrow. When I see someone whom I don't like at all, that can give me sorrow. When somebody offers me food which I don't like but I am forced to eat, that can be sorrow. I don't want to hear certain things and I hear about that, that can give me sorrow. Or I don't want to think about something but I have, the situation forces me to think like that, that can be sorrow. Or I don't want to do certain things and you force me to do that, that can give me sorrow. Or in general I am sorrowful, with no reason at all. Some people are unhappy with no reason. You look at their face, you will know it. As though they have taken 2.5 liters of castor oil in the morning. All the time. So every day morning you have to stand in front of a mirror. Of course you do that. And smile. And see yourself. How do I look? Good. And keep that Facebook. Your Facebook picture should be your face. During the Facebook you will say, Well, some children do that also. You know, when you take picture, what is that? What is that they say? Selfie. Huh? No, not selfie. They say, what is that they say? Look bad or something like that. What is it? Huh? Huh? Funny face. Funny face looks like not funny at all. Usually very sad looking. But what picture you put when you're on the Facebook, when you want in the profile face? This is the face you put. Smiling face, right? Maintain that. At least artificially maintain that. And you will find people around you will also repeat what your face is. If you are going like this, people do you think they'll smile at you? So, dukkha sanyoga viyogam, meaning disassociation from sorrow. Meaning what? Whatever be the one which is presently giving me so-called sorrow. Why so-called? Because it is not the things can give you sorrow. It is the way you approach them. Anyway, we now presently say that this is giving me sorrow, that is giving me sorrow. Disassociation means what? Not physically. You cannot run away from the world. In your mind, you understand that is not important to me. If somebody did not talk, so what? Somebody did not say, hi, how are you? So what? Somebody did not invite me for a program. Good. I don't need to go. Always have to carry gift and all those. That paisa, I don't want to spend. So somebody did not do this, somebody, so what? What's the big deal? So unnecessarily, why you want to carry the burden? See, I read an interesting story. In a school, the teacher said, I'll give you all a sack, each one of you. And in that sack, you put the stones which are as heavy as those thoughts about the person whom you cannot forgive. If a person has done something and you cannot forgive, how heavy it is, that heaviness, mentally calculate and put a stone in that bag. And keep on doing that, as many people as you are not able to forgive. He did this, she did this, I didn't, she should not have said that, I should not have, I never forgive this person, all of them. Go on putting. And that sack you have to carry for the whole day wherever you go. You go on, whole day, and anywhere you go, even go to the restroom, you have to carry. And if at all you forgive that person, take the stone away and throw it. And you will find that so many people whom you do not forgive, physically also they weigh, and actually they are weighing that much in your head also. And such a person is Vinnachetas. Nirvinna Chetas, meaning despaired head mind, constantly complaining, unable to forgive, carrying a burden in the head. So, only when the students realize that how heavy are those sacks they are carrying with so many stones, and to write the name of the person on the stone also. My mother-in-law, not mother-in-law, it's my so my this friend, that friend, my neighbor, my uncle. Take that stone. My uncle, he did this. Doesn't matter. Now I am forgiving him. Throw it. You will find that at the end of it, it's very light. Enlightened. Very light. Your mind becomes so simple and very easy, just flowing. So, our major problem is we are not able to let go our thoughts. When dukkha sanyoga viyogam means conscious attempt to disassociate from the thoughts of sorrow, not the person of sorrow or a situation of sorrow or an object of sorrow. How long you run away from what? On the other hand, just quietly face it. I forgive you. You don't need to tell that person. Who are you to forgive me? No. I'm telling in my mind. I'm forgiving this person. Whatever he or she has done. Doesn't matter to me. So the mind needs to be free of such sorrows. Dukkhatam vidyat, dukkhatam yogam idi vidyat. Tam yogam idi sanyitam. Vidyat, come to know. tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam, disassociation with sorrow, yogam idi sanjitam, sa nischayena yoktavya. For sure you have to do this. Yogo anirvinna chetasa, with the mind free of all despair, dejection. Meaning, a person of meditation should be cheerful, happy, not constantly crying and complaining. And that's what I said. No, Gurudev was asked this question. Swamiji, we need to have a emblem, like Lions Club and this and all these clubs. They have some logo, right? You have to, then you know, is this from Lions Club or Rotary Club or whatever. So Gurudev said, your face should say that. Not any emblem, your face. It should show that you are a person of meditation. Happy, free, enthusiastic, inspiring, delighted. People, when they see you, they should be delighted, not alighted. That one has come, let us go. Wherever you go, the people should be happy. How do you judge your progress in spirituality? People who love to see you and be with you. That is a joyful, because anybody who is joyful, please feel like going next to that person. If you're constantly complaining and crying, you come in this door, that door, they will go away. So see whether people are running away from you or running towards you. Now, he completed that part. Now he says in the next verse, what makes us really unhappy is disappointments. Correct? I expected this from my husband or my wife, my children, not happening. So expectation or appointments is what is making us get disappointed. Swamiji, how can there be a relationship without an expectation? Yes, true. Any relationship begins with certain amount of give and take. Right? Any relationship. There is hardly a relationship you'll find where only giving, no taking. Every relationship has got with the boss, with the friend, with the husband, with the wife, with the children, with everybody. The degree of how much you expect is maybe vary. Some people you expect too much, some people you expect less. So when your children are with you, you expect more. When you are not with you, nothing I can expect from you. Even when you text, no expectation. You won't text back. I know that. One boy was never texting it back. Mother was asking, did you have your breakfast? Did you wash your clothes? No return, no nothing. No answer at all. Where are you? No answer. Have you slept well in the night, yesterday night? No answer. So then she wrote, me and dad are thinking about giving you a new car. Immediately, when, where, how, which car, when? That means you are reading, not responding. So disappointments come from appointments. Expectations are those which make you feel unhappy. It is not met. So this expectation is in Sanskrit technically known as sankalpa. Samyak kalpana. You imagine. Now, as I said, no relationship can be without expectation. Now, the next question is it practical? I never expected you to do this. The other fellow says, I never knew that. I expected this from you. Did you tell me? See, if you don't tell that person what you expect of that person, you expect that person to do, how will that person will know it? Oh, you should know it. It is better that you tell that person, hey, I am expecting this from you. This kind of behavior, this kind of activity, this kind of response. Then that person will know, okay, this person expects me in this way. Even in workplace also. You have to very clearly state, these are the things I am expecting you to accomplish. Then he know or she knows, yes, this is what I'm expected to do. So you yourself imagine something and you get disappointed. Whose problem is that then? So when we expect something and we get disappointed, this expectation, which is unintelligent or it is uninformed to other people, and any such expectation in the world is called sankalpa. Sankalpa also means pledge, O-A-T-H. When you take oath for saying that, oh, I have taken this particular, sankalpa, meaning I have taken this as my pledge. That's what we do. We stand as one family from each other. Meaning that I expect myself to behave like this, or you assure yourself and tell the people also. Like a husband and wife when they are getting married in front of many people, so why in front of everybody? Because you're supposed to declare certain things. I will treat her well and this and that. In some tradition it is there that if to begin before the actual exchange of this ring or this Mangala Sutra, the girl or the bride sits on the left side. Left side. Once that particular ceremony is over, then only she comes to the right side. Because when she is in the left side, you can leave her also. It can be left. Because there is no agreement there, no commitment. Until the exchange of ring or whatever happens, I don't know what happens. But anyway, whatever happens. Only that, then she is right. After that, she is always right. Anyway. So, why it is so? That means there is a commitment. I am expecting you to behave in this way, I am expecting you can expect me to behave in this way. Until death we part. What is it? I always forget this. Until death do we part. Do us apart. Okay. So sankalpa is where you declare your intention. So if you are doing a puja, which we did now, so the priest had declared why I am doing this, stating the purpose. That is one meaning of sankalpa. Another meaning of sankalpa is expectation. So now you see in the next verse he says, sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvana sheshatah manasevendriyagramam viniyamya samantatah sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvana sheshatah manasevendriyagramam viniyamya samantatah. Actually, it goes to the next verse also. We'll read that. Shanai Shanairuparamit Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya Atma Samstam Manah Krutva Nakinchitapi Chintayet Shanai Shanairuparamit Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya Atma Samstam Manah Krutva Nakinchitapi Chintayet. These two verses are actually one statement. What he says is, if you read the verse number 25, Atmani eva manaha krutva, Atma samstam mana krutva, keeping your mind in the cell, na kinchidapi chinde, don't think about anything else. That's the main thing. In meditation, you have to lodge your mind in the self and nothing else you should think of. Now, it is a very tall statement. Don't think about anything else. Na kinchitapi chintayet. This thoughtless state, I am a person who is thoughtlessly do things. But stay thoughtless. So difficult. Many people find it difficult to be in thoughtless meditation. But when they are working, they are usually thoughtless. As I said in one class, thoughtful while working, thoughtless while meditating. That is the focus. We do the just opposite. Thoughtless while working, full of thoughts while sitting in meditation. So how do I do that? Shanaihi uparamet. Slowly withdraw the mind. Buddhya dhridigrihitaya buddhya. Is a well firm, steadfast intellect. As you know, the hierarchy is here. Intellect is stronger than the mind, supposed to be. The informed intellect is stronger than the emotional mind, uncertain mind, fickle mind. And the mind is one which determines the movements of the sense organs. What to see, what to hear, what to taste, what to smell, what to touch, where to go, what to do. All these things are decided by the mind only. Like you are sitting there, if your mind is not there, your ears are open, but you are not listening. Right? Because mind is somewhere else. So mind decides what the body is to be doing with respect to perceiving the world. Right? So the hierarchy is what? Sense organs are there. And what the sense organs should do is decided by where the mind is. And mind should be doing things according to the needs determined by the intellect. So, dhridigrihitaya buddhya shanaihi uparamet. Withdraw the mind and atma samstam manakrutva, keeping that mind in the self, na kinchitapi chintayet. That's the main point. But having understood the human predicament, Krishna says, it is not that easy for the mind to withdraw itself from all other preoccupations, even if the intellect is strong, to lodge itself in the higher self. Why? Desires. My needs, the difference between need and greed needs to be understood. If I only meeting the need, there is no problem. But the need is crossed over and that becomes greed, which is called the desire. That is when the mind becomes unruly. See, if you are hungry, you are eating is okay. But if you are not hungry and you are eating, whose problem is that? It's not stomach problem, it's a mental problem. If stomach is hungry and you eat, it's a situation is body needs it. If you are not hungry and you are eating, your mind needs it. That's where you have to be, hey, stop. Am I eating for the body or for the mind? Tomorrow nahi milega, rasgulla le lo. No. Who's saying this? Body is, but that's the body saying, I need rasgulla now. It's the mind which is saying this. More of it we'll see in the next class, because then announcements and other things will come. Om सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।